Turning now to a look at your forecast. Good morning, Beach Mountain. Looking cool out there. You can even see the camera a little bit. I hope you guys are having an amazing start to your day. I'm a little nasally today, making it through. I think it's the fall weather. It's doing it to me.
It's the ups and downs that can really make those sniffles come out.
Yeah.
We truthfully in December will be begging for a forecast like this, but I think the first time it happens, it's a little bit of a shock to the system. So as you're waking up this morning, don't be surprised if you need even a coat outside. Current temperature at Charlotte Motor Speedway, 44 degrees, a dew point of 37, light wind. Our feels like around 41. Of course, a big day there at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Roval 400 and right here on WCNC Charlotte, as you can watch it, of course, at 2 o'clock. So let's talk forecast. If you're heading out this morning, hopefully you see those temperatures and know that it's going to be cold. But anytime you're not only in the shade, but especially this morning, you're likely going to need that jacket or heavy coat. Now, by 9 o'clock, we're reaching about 50 degrees. And of course, with a lot of sunshine, we're quickly reaching the mid to upper 60s. But dry air and sunshine, although temperatures warm up quickly, we're really just not going to have enough time to get into the lower 70s, I think, for most of the area this afternoon. So, of course, we always like to look at the numbers here at WCNC Charlotte. How does this kind of shape up here to the last few years? Of course, we know this race hasn't been going on forever at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but back in 2018, it was a little bit earlier, closer to the end of September, the same in 2019 too. Of course, 85 and 90 degrees respectively. Almost a washout in 2020, but last year really wasn't too bad, 67, so around the same for today, and 71 back in 2021. So if you were out last year, I think today is going to be pretty similar. Of course, sunshine 67. We're pretty much right on the money there with the forecast. So we know anytime we enter into October, it's kind of a toss-up. It can be sometimes 90 in early October, or sometimes it can be in the upper 60s like the forecast is today. Current satellite and radar product, you can see completely clear conditions for really not just only the Carolinas, but most of the deep south. And so we are going to stay nice and quiet, but also likely chilly again as we enter this evening. In fact, if you need, again, that coat tonight, or this morning, I guess, you're going to need it tonight again, as we'll likely actually get even a few degrees cooler in some spots into the lower 40s. So likely going to see a frost advisory again for portions of the mountains and foothills. We do see a small increase in temperatures throughout the week and even could get close to 60 for an overnight low by Friday morning. The reason why? An approaching storm system, more cloud cover, keeping our temperatures warmer at night. In fact, that'll be the case as we enter the early half of the week. We still stay nice and clear, but this approaching storm system is going to try to squeeze out some moisture here locally as we enter the second half of the work week. Right now, that looks to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday especially, with some drier conditions as we enter the end of next weekend. And oftentimes, right, we would be looking at the rain saying, no, we don't want rain to end the week. We don't want it for the early part of the weekend. But actually, recently, we have really needed it. In fact, drought conditions expanding for a lot of our local communities. I've had multiple people asking, when are we going to see more rain? It is in that 7-day forecast. So hopefully some measurable rainfall for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the upcoming week.